The main mistake atheists make regarding the question, God's existence or non-existence, is this. When atheists argue that the God does not exist, they often use the beliefs of a specific religion as proof that the God does not exist. But the problem is that if we are trying to determine whether God exists or not, then religions do not yet exist within that discussion. And it is illogical to argue for God's non-existence by criticizing a particular religion. We can talk about religion only after we conclude that God exists. After that, we can move on to discussing which religion is more truthful. Therefore, if the topic of our discussion is whether God exists or not, then we should set all religions aside and not use religious beliefs as arguments for God's non-existence. When I follow atheist arguments, I notice that they place all their emphasis on beliefs found in one religion or another. And they present it as if criticizing a certain belief within a religion proves that God does not exist. But religion begins only after a person comes to believe in God's existence. Religion itself does not question God's existence, which is why religions do not primarily focus on arguments proving God's existence. Therefore, when an atheist speaks with a representative of particular religion, they should not shift the discussion towards the content of that religion, but should instead speak directly about why, in general, God does not exist. However, it is understandable why atheists do not usually argue this way. They avoid it because in that case, the atheist position has no real advantage in terms of arguments. The atheist idea that because people no longer believe in pagan religions, this is somehow the result of the progress of atheist thought, as if the non-existence of many gods has already been proven, and now only the remaining religions needs to be disproven, is a completely foolish position and has no connection to reality. In reality, pagan religions disappeared not because of atheist views, but because of more developed and deeper religious views. People who already believed in God's existence simply moved towards the religion they found more convincing. The atheist position itself has not really developed at all. It remains at the same level it was in ancient Greece. In fact, many of today's well-known atheists' voices seem to argue on an even lower level than thinkers in ancient Greece. If you are interested in philosophical questions, subscribe to channel and let us explore the truth together.